Hi, guys. Welcome to Comprehension Day 3 for our story, Sweet Music in Harlem. And I hope you've enjoyed our story about CJ and his adventures to find Uncle Click's hat, right? So Sweet Music in Harlem is a story about a young man, right, who is helpful, trying to help his family member who's getting their picture taken for a newspaper or magazine article. And we've been reading through it if you've been following along like you should. And I'm going to ask some questions that might help us understand the story a little bit better, okay? We're going to do a little bit of reading. And we're going to be looking for things that happen at the same time. Sequence words usually are first, second, things that happen in order. But you can also have words like meanwhile that show that actions in the story are happening at the same time. So CJ raced down the block, then bounded down the stairs of the Midnight Melody Club. Even though the club was closed, 8 musicians were crowded onto the small stage, playing as if it were still showtime. The bass player's eyes glistened as he plucked his instrument. The vibraphone player tapped the keys with his eyes closed. CJ, the drummer shouted without losing the beat. We're saving a spot for you here. I reckon you'll be joining us in a few years. So what 2 events are happening at the same time? If you picked up on it, the drummer is talking to CJ, and it says without losing the beat. So is he still drumming? Indeed, he is, right? And that's our proof. That's how we know that the drummer is drumming and talking to CJ at the same time. Kind of subtle, isn't it? You could also say the vibraphone player is playing with his eyes closed, so he's got that going. And the bass player's eyes are glistening, like tearing up. That's what that means. But really, the one that stands out is the drummer talking to CJ while still drumming. And here's our proof. Shouted without losing the beat. CJ is a really cool character. Can you think of a character trait that describes CJ? Well, I think CJ is very helpful to run around trying to find his uncle's hat. So how does he respond to the challenge of finding his uncle's hat? He steps up and he starts checking the places, doesn't he? He goes to the barber shop, and he goes to the diner, and he goes to the music club, and he's talking to people, trying to figure out where his uncle's hat is for the picture. So what does that tell us about him? Is he a good nephew? Oh, he's the best nephew, isn't he? He's definitely loves and cares for his uncle, and his uncle loves and cares for him right back, which is why his uncle, at the end of the story, gifts him a brand new clarinet, right? They've got that love of music in common. Where does CJ go, and what does he find there? When he goes to the Midnight Melody Club, what does he find? That's right. He finds his uncle's bow tie, doesn't he? The bow tie is what he finds in the Midnight Melody Club. What does he find at the Eat and Run Diner? What does he find? Do you remember? He finds the pocket handkerchief at the Eat and Run Diner. What about the barbershop? What does he find at the barbershop? Oh, that's right. He finds the watch, right? The wristwatch. So you've got to remember, at the club, he finds the bow tie. At the Eat and Run Diner, he finds the handkerchief. And at the barbershop, he finds the watch. But he doesn't find the hat, does he? Well, then that's what he came looking for. All right. Fact or opinion? Is this statement a statement of fact or a statement of opinion? My face next to your uncle's will give that photo a touch of class. Oh, this is what Canary Alma said to CJ. So is that a fact or an opinion? It's definitely an opinion, right? Because what a touch of class looks like might be different for different people. So if we can't prove it, then it's got to be an opinion. In this case, it's Canary Alma's opinion, isn't it? Motive is what a character wants or hopes to achieve. So what is the motive of all the characters that CJ runs into in the story Sweet Music in Harlem? What do they all end up wanting? They all end up wanting to be in the picture, don't they? In fact, such a big crowd gathers for this picture. And you can see the group of people in an actual photo, right? That's not the same photo from the story, but it's what inspired the story. All the characters just want to be in that picture. And so everyone who CJ encounters on his journey is definitely trying to get in the picture. All right, guys. Best of luck on your test coming up at the end of the week. Look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Getting down to the end of school, isn't it? Talk to you later, learners. See you on the flip side.